Yo, Winning Shot family, what's going on? It's Hundo, it's John. We are here with another week of weekly updates for all things sports. We've been had so much to talk about in the past couple weeks. We just kind of have decided to compile it all together. And so for this week, we'll be talking about the end of the WNBA finals, and we saw the end of that. We'll talk about some college NFL, college NCAA updates football, as well as NFL Week 6 recap. All throughout this episode. And then anything else that we may have questions and or concerns about that we feel like we need to converse on. So, as always, we'll start the episode with I know we're missing Colin. Hundo, man, how you doing? How was the weekend? I know we saw each other this past weekend, got in some work, with photography and drone stuff. I mean, outside of that, brother, how did the rest of your weekend go?
Went good, man. It was kind of wet here all weekend. It was raining yesterday too.
Yeah.
It was kind of nasty, but overall pretty good weekend, man. Can't complain. Can't complain.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, same for me. Like I said, I was down there this weekend. Me and my fiance, her birthday was last week, so we celebrated her. Her birthday's last Thursday, and then we came up to Columbia Friday. Went to the state fair. It was a great time. Then Saturday, of course, like I said, me and Hunter linked up. Got some work out the way. Had to get some photography out the way. And then me and my fiance had our engagement shoot Saturday as well. So got that out the way finally. Praise God. The weather held up just enough for us to get our photos off, and we got some heat off, man. So I'm super excited to get that back this week, so we can kind of be able to see how that looks going forward. Also had an assignment at church yesterday, so I had to preach yesterday at church, and so man, it was a busy weekend for me. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you.
Y'all ain't see that message. Go listen to that message, man.
Please tap in. I promise
Let them
you.
know where they can find it.
Listen, you can find us on YouTube and Facebook under Life Word Church. Then I might put the link in the bio here in our comments here in a little while. But yeah, needless to say, it was a busy weekend for me. So sports was kind of on the back burner. So I didn't see too much. I saw a lot of the highlights and I saw a lot of the Adam Schefter reports and stuff like that. But I didn't really watch too much. I'm gonna keep it a whole band with you. But like I said, because I saw some of the big stuff, we can still, have some conversation. Let's start here because I know both of us were kind of up to date on this. The Aces finished out the sweep of the WNBA finals and concluded that, and they were able to win their third championship, I want to say, in the last 5 years. And so let's talk about 3rd and 4 years. Excuse me. That's even better. So let's talk about one that kind of significance. Let's talk about we've had conversations on Asia Wilson with the GOAT status. Had that bring that up quickly as well, and then let's talk about this upcoming free agency period that's getting ready to partake in, and what that's going to mean for the W, plus all the other things that are currently going on, and what that's also going to mean for the W too. So let's start there with like I said, the recap of that last game and going over what that means.
Before we even get to that last game, though, let's talk about Game 3 because that was where Asia was the game winner. Like that was big. Like. Put them up 3-0 on the road. That was a big win for them. But the Aces got it done. We saw Satu go down. AT got banged up as well. Not to say that was the reason that they lost because the Aces was clicking all 4 games. But they reached greatness. You know what I'm saying? Like three championships in 4 years. Like
that's crazy.
That's dynasty right there. That's dynasty talk. So that was a good feat for them. Like you talked about, Asia Wilson, she wanted them ones. She definitely solidified herself and put herself in that conversation with this championship. We can talk about how their season started off, as we've discussed previously. They were in 8th. They went on a crazy tear in the month of August after they got blown out by the Lynx. And I think they only lost 3 games during that whole stretch. So that was greatness. Shout out to Becky, shout out to Asia, shout out to Jackie, Chelsea, even Jewel Lloyd showed up.
No, that's facts. Everybody played their part, man.
Yeah,
there we go. I definitely agree, Hundo. Like I said, man, the way they started that season, it was actually absolutely crazy. With all the L's, all the drama, all the stuff. Like I said, they brought in Jewel, and she didn't necessarily start off hot, when they brought her in. And so for them to make that turnaround that they did to end up winning the championship this past week, man, it was absolutely phenomenal. And obviously the catalyst of that was Asia Wilson. She played at MVP level. She won the MVP. And in the finals, obviously, she continued to put the team on her back and did what she needed to do to get them to a championship, bro. So I think she has solidified, in my personal opinion, her status as the GOAT. I mean, no one's won more MVPs. Someone may have won more championships, but I mean, as a collective resume in the W, Asia's doing it, and she's only
Yeah.
28. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we've had other people who haven't won championships for longer periods of time. So for her to have won three championships, I'm tripping. There we go. Three championships and four MVPs in the short amount of time that she's been in the W, bro. I
Yeah.
mean, it's a crazy feat. And we can't forget about the defensive player of the years. We can't forget about all the other accolades that she's had, you know what I'm saying, throughout her career. And so, I mean, for me, I'm like, because you're only 28 and you're in the prime of your career
Yeah.
and only poised to win more. I mean, bro, she really can't be stopped. Honestly, like she is obviously the face of the W. Um,
Mhm.
you know, and that leads me to the part of like, you know, now that this season has concluded, we got to get into this free agency period because okay, now you won that championship and the dynasty is set. And I think you still got your top three pieces coming back next year in Jackie, Asia, but also Chelsea's a free agent, if I'm not mistaken, correct? Um,
Bro, everybody is a free agent.
that's true. Is Jackie free agent too?
Outside of literally everybody is a free agent. If you're not on a rookie contract, or if you're not Lexi Brown and Kalani Brown, those are the only two veterans that are signed under contract. Literally everybody else is a free agent.
Asia too?
Hmm?
Oh, no, that's news to me. Now I knew there was a lot of free agents, but I didn't know Asia was one of them.
Bro, everybody, bro. With the exception of the rookie players
Yeah.
that were rookies this past year,
Mm-hmm.
and those two players that I mentioned, Lexi Brown and Kalani Brown.
But let's be real. There's no way in this
Exactly. I'm with you.
God,
I'm with you.
I'm about to say there's no way in this God green earth
That
that
you
Las
let them
Vegas
walk.
lets Asia walk.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll pay nobody before we pay Asia. I mean, before we not pay Asia, excuse me. So
Yeah.
like, yeah, I mean, I think it's a foregone conclusion that she'll be the building block of the new
For sure.
roster in Vegas for next season.
Yeah.
That's what I think about that. I mean, we still got to go back to the fact of will there be a W season next year? We got to start there first because they're in a big CBA dispute right now between the league and the players. The players have already stated that if we don't get what we think that we're due, we're gonna walk out and we're gonna sit out. We're not gonna play. We're gonna not if we're not being compensated and being what we feel like is being fairly treated. We're not gonna do this. So
Yeah.
and as they should. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they've done a lot of work, in the W, promotion wise, branding wise, all that stuff. And so, I mean, if they're not going to play, they're not going to play. But let's say in a perfect world, they get this stuff figured out. Man,
Mm.
like we just said, this can be a crazy period of time because, like you said, everybody's a free agent. So
Yeah.
teams are going to look drastically different next year. And if the money changes, and let's say this, like I said, the CBA gets worked out, man, teams are gonna have money to throw at these players like they've never had before. So let's play a little GM real quick. I love this opportunity. Let's play a little GM real quick. I'm gonna make it easy on you because I'm gonna give you the aces. So that already lets you know you got Asia to build around, and then you got a rookie. So you got the
Okay.
rookie out of Bama. You got two players. Now
Hmm.
let's build me a starting five that excludes Nah, because I know she's gonna come off the bench more than likely.
Yeah.
So you got your starting four. You need four more because you got obviously you're gonna start Asia. So
Hmm.
give me four players you're gonna target in this free agency period that's gonna allow you to compete again, to go back to back, which give you four championships in the next 5 years to solidify your dynasty if you are the GM of the Las Vegas Aces.
I think you got to keep them core pieces there. So
Mm-hmm.
you got to go get Jackie back
Okay.
for sure.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm kind of skeptical on Chelsea. Like
Mm-hmm.
she definitely played a key role. She was a key catalyst for their success. The point guard as we call her. Um, she's getting up there in age though.
I was gonna ask you about that. I
She's
was gonna
getting
ask you
up there
about
in
that.
age.
Yeah.
Can you find a cheaper replacement?
Yeah.
Possibly.
Possibly.
Can they come in and play a similar role? Possibly. We gonna see. But yeah, I think those two. I feel like after that, you gotta surround them with shooters. You got Nye, of course, but
Mm-hmm.
more shooters.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of specific players.
That's what I'm saying. So you got four spots. So you got Asia. You said you're gonna bring back Jackie, and you're gonna potentially bring back Chelsea. Is that solidified for you? The
Let me
Chelsea
go.
move?
And Hmm. Let's say they bring back Chelsea. Let's say they
Okay.
bring back
Yep.
Chelsea
Now
for the sake of
you need
this.
one more person.
So we
Two
need
more
we
people.
need we need
Two
we
more
need
people.
two
My
more
bad.
people for the starting
Yeah.
five. At the five, I'm gonna go. Because really, Asia started playing the five when they started winning. So
Mm-hmm.
is this like an Anthony Davis rule where like she doesn't want to play the five, or like is she fine playing the five and we can go get another four? So
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, Nalissa was solid. She was solid. You don't really need much scoring. If she can stay out of foul trouble, she'll be fine.
Okay. So you bring
And
somebody
then,
that most
hey,
of the
I'm
roster.
I'm gonna give you a name though,
Okay.
and I don't think it's gonna happen because I think she gonna end up staying where she at. But if they can get somebody like Alexi Hall, 3 and D type player,
Mm.
tough,
Mm.
spot up, hit corner threes, and she gonna
Mm.
play defense. Hey,
Mm.
hey, add her to the mix.
Okay, so you getting rid of Jules. You keeping everybody besides Jules essentially.
Yeah, I feel like Jewel was just a rental. Like the job was accomplished. They
Yeah,
brought her in,
that's facts.
although she didn't play up to what everybody expected and thought.
Yeah,
At the end of the day, they got a championship out of it.
that's true.
So
That's
the
true.
goal was accomplished. The end goal was reached.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it wouldn't shock me if she goes to a better situation for her, where she has the ball in her hands a little bit more,
Hmm.
um, and is the focal point on the offensive end. That wouldn't surprise me one bit.
Okay.
Where that is, I don't know. But
Yeah,
then you also got to think about too the two new teams that's coming in the league.
that's also very true, Hundo. That's true. We got Portland, right?
Portland Fire,
And
Toronto Temple.
Toronto. I was about to say Cleveland. Cleveland is getting a team, but not this year.
Yeah, not this
Toronto.
year.
Okay. Yeah,
So you
that's
got to
one.
factor that in too.
Yeah. Now,
I,
okay,
I
maybe we
also
don't.
wonder how that's gonna work
Yeah, I was just
though,
about to
because
ask you,
like,
like, are they gonna start
yeah,
the free agency period? Or are they gonna start with that supplemental draft to kind of thing like they did
I
with
think
the
I
Falcons?
think they will have to figure out the free agency aspect of it first.
Yeah.
Because when did they do the supplemental draft? That was a part of
I think they did the draft
was it
before.
before the draft or was it
Yes, I
during the
feel like they did
draft?
before the draft because they had a draft pick, so they had to do it before their draft because they would have added them to the team. So they'll do supplemental
Yeah.
drafts before, which could actually be crazy because, like I said, with all these free agents, who are you gonna be picking as supplemental draft pieces?
Yeah, because teams have to be able to protect players,
Yeah, so
and you only have
it's gonna be
a
quite
specific
interesting with
pool.
that.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
So maybe it'll be after the free agency period, but before the
right.
draft, you'll have that
Yeah,
supplemental part.
somewhere
Okay,
somewhere
that
in there.
makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense.
If
Okay.
they have a league,
If they have a league, it's
they got,
all contingent on that. All
they got
contingent on
until
that.
October 31st to figure something out.
Man, I tell you what. Today is the 13th. Good luck, Charlie. Uh Me personally, bro, I don't see them getting anything done. I mean, I just think they're too far off in regards of what they're asking for and what they're being offered. And I don't know if they're gonna come to an agreement by the 31st. Now, could be wrong, something could change, but also Unrivaled getting ready to start back up. Uh, I mean, from what I've been hearing, there's rumors of the Saudi Arabians starting the league and offering a copious amount of money to them. So, I mean, there's just a lot going on, a lot that really has not been settled or spoken of. So it's really gonna be interesting to see like how it all plays out and who gets the final say. So,
How much do you think they should get paid if you had
I,
to put a number on it?
if I had to put a number on it, bro, I mean, I would need to see the number that they're bringing it in to kind of determine that. But me
Mm,
personally, though, I mean, let's just say Asia. I don't know what her contract is gonna look like after this year. Let's just say we give her a super. She got to get her the super max. I mean, she
mhm.
has to be the highest paid player in the league. So with
Yeah,
that being said, I mean she should be making, I guess, at least bare minimum $1 million a year. Asia by
okay.
herself. So with that being the case, and that's being the super max, the highest paid in the league. I mean, I think next you got Fee. She can make close to that. She can make 900. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, like the top Asia at 1 million, but like I feel like a million's a very high number based upon where they current. I think the Supermax contract right now is like 250,000.
Yeah,
So like,
249,
yeah.
244.
So like, that's a crazy jump to $1 million. And I'm not saying it's enough, but it's a crazy jump from what it currently is. It's
Yeah,
4 times what it currently is to make you the new Supermax.
yeah.
So
So Front Office Sports, the little sports page or whatever,
yeah.
they put out a little graphic a few days ago,
Hmm.
and it says that the maximum salary this year is $249,244. The minimum salary is $78,831. The new CBA that was proposed, I guess, a few days ago, the minimum salary is $300,000. So that's more than the max salary this year already. And then the max salary is $850,000. Like that's a significant jump.
That's a significant jump. That's what I'm saying. So that's why I gave more than what they, even that. So
I mean, if they asking for more than that, if I'm the league, like from the league's perspective, bro, y'all not getting all of that. bro, we done tripled the minimum salary.
Yeah.
And we done 4 times the max salary.
Now, wait, is that what the league offered them, or is that what they were asking for?
I think this is the WNBA CBA proposed increase in minimum and maximum salary. So I think this is what the league is offering. I mean, but it seems like the players are asking for a little bit more than that. And I'm just like, if I'm the league, I'm just like,
Yeah, I took you from a 9-to-5 worker to a WNBA player. That's really what I did. And I know that's crazy to say, but I mean, we got friends that are making more than the bare minimum in the WNBA, working regular people jobs. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So like, if I take you 300,000, I'm not saying you should be grateful, but I'm not saying that you should be sitting out either. That you see what I'm saying? What the kids say, 6, 7. I don't know. I feel like I'm doing enough. Yeah, I'm taking you from less than 100 to over 250,000 plus.
Bro, you were struggling last summer.
Bro,
you good. You are good.
CBT. Now you can buy a boat if you want to. So like, you're really doing good in life to sit on the bench. I'm thinking like KB.
Let me get 300,000. That's enough for me,
bro. I promise you. What? I'm gonna happily be KB. I promise you, I will be. And I'm only picking on KB because KB put out a tweet that talked about, she's won 3 championships in the past 4 years, and I'm like, thanks, Asia. I mean, like, we gotta.
Hey, her role increased this year. She was a starter towards the end of the season. I ain't saying she did much, but she started. They got to count for something. She got more minutes.
Don't piss me off. Don't piss me off, bro. Yeah, before I start going to get stats around here, don't piss me off. Yeah.
This is probably the most games she done played in her career this year, bro.
No, that's facts. So I mean, hey, shout out to KB. I guess. So 70. That's what I'm saying. For her to go to 70 to 300,000, she should be saying thank you. Saying thank you, especially she get to stay with Asia. Yeah, say thank you quickly.
Hey, bro, she played 35 games and started 16. She only played in 6 games last year.
How many?
Granted, she might have been hurt.
What's the stat line talking about? Show me the stat line.
Hey, she played 12 minutes, a career high in points per game, 4.2. Career high in rebounds per game, 1.8. Career high, tied a career high in steals per game, 0.4. Career high in blocks per game, 0.3. She shot 33% from the field, 29% from 3, 80% from the free throw line.
It's not enough.
For 300,000? I need more than that.
I need some more.
Hey, John said some of y'all can stay down there.
I promise you.
Y'all don't need to pay a raise.
I just said this about the NFL last week. Everybody don't need to have the same paycheck, Hundo. There needs to be some disparity. There has to be some disparity.
Somebody got to still struggle.
Somebody got to struggle. And I can't have my top people up here and even my working class people up here and you doing this. Nah, that ain't gonna cut it for old John. So I don't know, man. I don't know. And I think that's why the argument is there, because like on that front, if I'm the league, I'm pulling out that stat right there. Boom. You want 300,000 for this? Not enough. But that man said, this is private property. You got to get up out of here. Yo, state. This? Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
You're not
Mm-mm.
welcome around here no more.
Yeah, nah. Go get you a letter of certification before you come back over here. Please. Oh my goodness. Nah, we're not going for that no more. So I don't know, man. I really I want to see him get paid. I do. I
Yeah.
do. But I will be honest and say I'm not an advocate of everyone getting paid. I mean, that's like you going to work and your coworker ain't doing nothing, get paid the same amount as you. Oh nah.
Yeah.
Oh nah. You're not going for that.
Yeah.
But they tell us it's the minimum. Everybody got to make that. Nah, everybody don't got to make it.
that was a choice,
Right? No, for real. Like somebody got to go. Either I need more to make theirs, like make that 300,000 and seem like it's insignificant. Yeah, all right. If you making 300 not doing nothing, I need to be at least making double. If I'm putting in work, that's all I'm saying. So I don't know, Hundo. It's gonna be a time, and we're gonna be locked in for sure with the W.
Yeah.
As well as the unrivaled is getting ready to get started, because of course we'll hear more about what's happening as things are unfolding and all that stuff starts to happen. Plus any other rumors or things that may start up, we're gonna definitely be tapped in to kind of keep y'all updated here at the winning shot of all of those things.
Hey, one other note too. Women's college basketball coming up.
Yes, sir.
Chloe Kiss out for the season. Torn ACL.
Yeah.
We gonna see what Joyce Edwards got in year 2. She definitely gonna have a bigger role this year.
That's true. That leads in with just her.
Out of whoever else they done bought in.
Yeah.
Freshman class and transfers. We gonna see.
Yeah, that's true.
But they still got Dowda, Miriam.
Oh yeah, she new. She freshman.
Nah, she was there last year.
Oh wait, is that the tall girl? She's like 6'6".
Number 30.
Yeah. I know you're talking about. Yeah, it's gonna be really interesting for them because, like I said, they've lost both of the bigs in Ashlyn now Chloe. So that leaves Miss Joyce by herself. Now Joyce is a dog. Don't get me wrong. But when Sarah Strong and her, go up to battle this year, we're gonna have to see who come out victorious. You did.
Joyce, I'm with it.
Facts. Because Sarah is a walking triple double, no cap. She really is a 3-level scorer. I didn't see it with my own eyes. That girl's a problem. And she was just a freshman last year. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I said, she hooping like this? Yeah.
And that was with Paige.
Bro, with Paige.
Bigger role. Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad you brought that up because now we can talk about this. And we may, because like I said, I played the NFL and college. We'll get to it, but I'm less interested in it because my teams aren't doing so hot. They lost again yesterday, and we'll get to that. Clemson did win another blowout, but they were supposed to. So we'll get to those things. Because most of that's gonna be about firings and team, explorations and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Let me move quickly into this. We're in now talking about college women's basketball. Give me season start with next month or now?
Yeah, it's like 20-something days away.
Yeah. So okay. Give me your top teams to watch this season. If I was new to watching women's college basketball, and you had to give me, let's just say 3 to 4 teams to tap into this year that should be tournament potentials and are expected to go far in the tournament as well. What would those 3 or 4 teams be?
I'm gonna go UConn. They got Sarah Strong, like we just talked about.
Yeah.
They got a girl from Wisconsin that transferred. She played like a 4/5. Williams, I think is their last name. I don't want to mispronounce her first name. I think it starts with S. But Gino always got a good squad. So we're gonna see how they gonna look. 2, I'm gonna go South Carolina. Okay. I'm interested to see how they gonna look. They got Latson, who was the leading scorer in women's college basketball last year. Coming in, she transferred in, guard, can score from all 3 levels. It's gonna be interesting to see her playing alongside Raven Johnson, Joyce Edwards, Don Staley. Gonna have them girls ready. Despite the injury to Chloe Kitts, that's a big blow. But we're gonna see how they're gonna look with Latson down there at the 2. 3. I would say it's probably between like UCLA or LSU, one of those two teams. I
Okay.
think UCLA with Lauren Betts and
Yeah.
Sienna Betts, the two sisters, Betts sisters. They
Yes.
still got Kiki Rice. They lost
Yeah.
a good bit in the transfer portal, but I think with those two alone and Lauren Betts and Kiki Rice, they're gonna go far. Because Lauren Betts 6'7". A
Yeah.
lot of teams don't have an answer for that,
That's
as we
facts.
saw last
It's
year.
hard. It's hard to
As
have
we
answer for
saw
six
last year.
seven. I ain't
Yeah,
lying.
yeah. So I would definitely say those three teams as
Okay.
far as the top teams competing wise.
Yeah.
But for me personally, the teams that I'm looking for, Ole Miss, Duke.
Yeah.
I'm looking at those bubble teams. Tennessee.
Yeah.
I'm looking at those teams like that, right?
Okay.
Duke, Ashland Jackson. They usually always have a tough team.
Yeah.
Um, Jaden Donovan, athletic wing. Um, Kara Lawson gonna have them ready. They always gonna be tough.
Yeah.
Ole Miss Coach Yo,
Coach Yo.
um, always keep a tough team again. They got Cody McMahon who transferred from Ohio State, so I'm interested to see how she gonna
Mm,
look with Coach Yo
that's
down at Ole
true.
Miss.
Forgot about her.
And then who did I say? Tennessee.
Uh-huh.
Their style of play is just crazy.
Yeah.
They're gonna pressure. They're gonna pressure the ball, pick you up full court. They're looking to get turnovers. It's an exciting brand of basketball. I'm interested to see how Coach Caldwell comes in year two.
Yeah. Yeah. I can agree with that, some of that for sure. Let me ask you this. I know I don't think you mentioned USC. Not obviously South Carolina. I'm talking USC with Juju as
Southern
not
Cal.
playing this year, unfortunately. Did you talk about it?
No.
No. Okay. We know Juju's not gonna be playing this year.
Yeah.
I think there's another freshman coming in, Davidson, I want to say her name is.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know if she would obviously do anything by herself, but I don't know how much you know about her, watch her. Do you think that she'd be able to make an impact on that team without a Juju there? I don't know who
So
really
they've
has
had.
left, on that
Yeah.
roster right now. Like I said, outside of Juju, but talk to me about what you may know about that and what she feel like she's bringing in with her to that team.
So the good thing about USC, they've been doing a good job recruiting
Yeah,
the past few years with this class, this freshman class, last year's freshman class, and then the next year's class is also pretty good.
yeah,
So their coach is doing a good job of recruiting down there. Um, Kennedy, what's her last name? Kennedy, Smith, I want to say. She was there last year.
yeah,
But smaller role playing alongside Juju last year.
yeah.
Definitely gonna be expected to do a little bit more this year. Jazzy Davison, Olympian,
Mm-hmm.
All American type player. She definitely gonna come in and contribute early. Gonna be asked to do a lot more, especially with Juju being out for the season. They're gonna compete. I don't think they have enough to win a championship per se,
Right, right,
but they should definitely be in the conversation for the Big Ten,
right. Okay.
and be one of those, Sweet 16, Elite Eight type teams.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I knew Juju wasn't playing, so I didn't know. I knew Davidson was coming in. She was the top recruit in the country. I'm pretty sure. Coming into this year, so I wanted to see because like I said, we've seen these freshmen come in and be dogs. Sarah Strong last year. Uh, Joyce came in as a freshman last year
Mm-hmm.
to South Carolina, and so we've seen freshmen make impacts. And obviously, we've seen Juju as a freshman come into USC make a crazy impact her freshman year too. So I didn't know if Miss Davidson had that same kind of trajectory without a Juju on the team. But if I'm not mistaken, don't they have the top recruit for next year coming into USC as well?
Yeah.
So I never know. It's crazy to look ahead into next year already. But with the potential of Juju coming back to USC for what would be her senior year, Davidson would be her sophomore year, and another top freshman. USC would be projected to be one of the top teams in the country next year with that potential roster, right?
Yeah.
So that could be crazy next season. Just being on the lookout for that. Now, like I said, for this season, I am gonna tap into a couple games of USC, just see how they look without Juju and see how that young lady does play, Miss Davidson, out there by herself, because I think she'll be expected to take on more of a star role
Mm-hmm.
as a freshman, right? Just because of that loss of Juju. So I'll be really interested to see how that does play out for that conference for sure. Like you mentioned, I think, of course, the powerhouse teams are going to continue to be the powerhouse teams. Dawn's going to find a way to win. I mean, like I said, she does a great job recruiting. She has brought in the young lady from You just mentioned her name, and I forgot her name already, from Florida State.
Latson, Sanaya Latson.
Kanai Latson led the country in scoring. I think Joyce is going to still be a dog down there. So I think South Carolina is definitely still one of the top teams to watch. LSU, Kim ain't playing. She got Moesha Fawali. She still got Big Four out there. And they just not thinking with the squad that they got out there. And yeah, Miss Williams as well. So I mean, they obviously got a squad out there too. Um, like you said, the Bet sisters. I mean, they some dogs. So I mean, obviously you can't count them out either. So I'm really, it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be a good season. And I'm ready to see some big matchups to see how the big players come out to play. This will be Big Four's last season. You know, did she go with a bang and try to lead LSU back to the championship, or is she complacent and like, hey, I already got one?
Yeah.
That's gonna be cool to see. Miss Fudd, this will be her last year at UConn. Did she try to go with a back-to-back championship, and her and Sarah Strong lead, UConn to another championship again? So it's a lot of storylines to follow this upcoming year. And then of course you have those teams who always hoop good, like a Duke, like an NC State. And then there's been a lot of transfer. So this will be a lot to watch, a lot of mixing up and matching in this upcoming season. So I just want to kind of get some feelers out there because we'll definitely be talking about that as the year progresses, and keeping an eye on that. So let's go ahead and switch over, man. I got a little bit of time. Let's talk about college football in that college round. Talk about some college football. There's been a lot going on this season. A lot of wins, a lot of losses. Top teams have been going down each and every week, I feel like. And this past weekend in particular, Penn State, who was one of the top, came to the season top 2 in the country, wound up has gone on a 3-game losing streak now. And so their latest loss has cost James Franklin, their former head coach, his job, after that loss to Northwestern this past weekend. Tell me what you think the status of Penn State is. Do you think they're bringing another high-powered name to replace James Franklin? Will they even make a replacement to end this season, or will they just kind of wait to the end of the season? If you have any thoughts, and then talk about the landscape of what the top teams are looking like right now with Ohio State, Oregon, those kind of teams being up there right now.
Yeah, so I think the James Franklin situation, I mean, you got the talent there. I mean, Drew Allar went down this past Saturday, but other than that, it seemed like everybody had been playing for them. So it's like you got to find a way to win these games. As far as a replacement, I think they'll go with an interim the rest of this season and bring somebody in at the end of the season. That tradition is big there at Penn State, right?
Yeah.
So you're probably gonna bring in somebody that's close to the program, that knows about Penn State and what they believe in as an institution and as a program. And like they're right there. They're right there. Like you said, they came into the season ranked top 5. They were in the college football playoff last year.
Thanks.
If Allar is healthy, you expect them to be in that conversation again. Now that he's going down and they're not even ranked anymore, it could get ugly this season at least. Now, can they turn it around next year? Possibly. Very much will. But we're gonna see. But shout out James Franklin. I'm sure he's gonna land somewhere else. I'm sure he'll get another high profile type job. And he'll be fine.
Yeah. I agree, bro. I'm sorry. Took a bite. But I said come to the season that Penn State was not going to finish off at this high as they were. I just didn't have faith in the quarterback. James Franklin had a lot of tough games in front of him. Now, he did have 2 losing teams that he just lost to back-to-back in Northwestern and UCLA. So, like we talked about when they lost to Oregon, that game I felt like in particular was not on him. I felt like that was on his quarterback. The past 2 games, those may have been more coaching decisions than anything. I mean, yeah, you could have had some better play, but man, I mean, when you got teams that haven't won a game and you're losing to them, it does not bode well for your job, sir. So unfortunately, somebody got to go. When those kind of things come to happen, and you're Penn State, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, there's a pride, there's an ego, there's a tradition there, there's a standard that has to be upkept. And when those things are not happening, the writing's on the wall quickly. They're not going to stand for that. They're not going to, losing seasons are just not a thing when it comes to those kind of powerhouse schools. So, yeah, it's unfortunate. I do think that he'll bounce back and get another job, but I don't think that. Yeah, I knew this was going to be the case. So I'm looking at the top 6 teams in the country right now. We got Ohio State at 1, Miami at 2, Indiana has jumped all the way up to 3 after their win against Oregon. They had a very, very tough win in Eugene, Oregon this past weekend against the Ducks. They shocked me. I'm not gonna lie. So they moved up to 3. Jumped up 4 spots. Texas A&M is at 4. Ole Miss is at 5, and Alabama, another top team, I think is creeping up on people's boards, has moved up to 6. So we are now going into week 8, excuse me, of the college season. So we're nearing completion, right? We got 2 months left of football, really a month and a half, to be honest. And the SEC ball is starting to heat up a lot with a lot of top 25 matchups in the next couple of weeks. So it's really going. I think these standings are really going to change as well because we're going to have a lot of teams. Like I'm counting A&M, Ole Miss, Bama, Georgia, LSU, Tennessee, all in the top 11 teams in the country. A lot of teams play each other the next couple weeks, so it's going to be a lot of good football. And we can't forget about Oklahoma still down there. We still got Texas still in the top 25. So there's a lot happening right now, I think, in the top 25 with the SEC, per usual. But you also got to think about the Big Ten because Ohio State still has to play Michigan to end the season off as well. And so, that could be a shakeup a little bit later on. Now, Michigan is no longer in the top 25, I'm seeing. But I think that those kind of games and those kind of matchups can still shake things up. Got Miami in the ACC. And while they may not be the toughest conference, they still have to face. Let's see what they have left to play this year. Nobody. Yeah, I'm looking at this.
Nobody.
Nobody. I'm not really seeing outside of potential Pitt to end their season. They really have the best chance in the ACC and probably in the country to go undefeated. Now they do play a tough Louisville team this upcoming weekend in Miami, but we'll see how that matchup shakes out for them. But in the ACC, they're looking pretty sweet right now in the ACC. So they may shake out fair, but the SEC for sure is gonna be a dogfight. Big Ten with Oregon and Ohio State still gonna be a dogfight. And like I said, obviously Indiana, they up there too. So
that Big 12 conference wide open too now.
Yeah, that's also true. That's also true. Texas Tech out there in the Big 12.
BYU, they got to play each other.
Cincinnati, Utah. Yeah. There's still some teams out there as well who are still looking to do some things in that conference also. So it's gonna be a crazy finish to this 2025 season, man.
Yeah.
And I really want to see like who comes out top in regards to that CFP rankings when they start, because we're getting close to our first set of CFP rankings coming out here soon. So when those first top 12 comes out, man, imagine like a Georgia Tech, a team that's currently undefeated in the CFP right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's some teams that they really could be there. You got BYU also undefeated, could make the CFP for the first time. So like, there could be some major shakeups to college football in the next coming weeks with the games as well as CFP starting to drop too. So I'm gonna be tapped in for sure because y'all know I love the game of football overall. Even though Clemson is not having the best season right now, still be tapped in to see like what happens, especially when the CFP starts to begin and get close to these bowl games, closer to the conference championships, because all that stuff helps with alignment, helps with the CFP rankings. So
yeah, that SEC is gonna be tough, dog.
Yes.
You got 6 teams in the top 11. You got Georgia and Ole Miss playing this weekend. Like somebody gotta lose.
Somebody gotta lose, bro. I'm telling
somebody gotta lose. So we gonna see, man. We're gonna see. It's gonna be an interesting last few weeks.
It is.
Of the season. Yeah. May the best team come out on top.
Best team win. I ain't lying to you. Let's make one more switch over to the NFL, brother. There's been a lot happening in the NFL as well in regards of coaching firings, in regards of injuries. Another week of tough injuries, Hundo. I saw a stat the other day, and this may be a little bit older, but I saw Fred Warner, the linebacker from the 49ers. He's out for the rest of the season. Somebody else just got hurt too. It's so many injuries I see every day. I'm like, oh my God, they got hurt too. Teams, like I said, teams are really depleted right now. There's been a lot of injuries going on left and right, everywhere. And so it shaped these standings to be quite different from what I think a lot of people have predicted them to be, right? But also some teams are catching buys at the right time as well. Like Baltimore, for instance, we're finally getting by in this week 7 here, and it's already been reported that Lamar Jackson as well as Roquan Smith, the two top players on the offensive and the defensive side of our ball, will be back after the bye. Now, Kyle Hamilton, obviously, I'm sorry, is the best player on our defense. He's still playing. But Roquan Smith, who is the linebacker, one of the top linebackers in the league, will be back after this week 7 bye week. So it helps us tremendously to have both of them back on the field. I mean, we've been looking terrible without Lamar these past 2 games. I mean, we haven't been able to score for real. So we have a very favorable schedule after the bye, and Lamar will be back after the bye. So I can see some winning in our future. But you also got to think, I mean, the Jets are 0-6. The Miami's 1-5. New England and the Buffalo Bills, 2 top teams in that conference right now. Pittsburgh's top in the AFC North. The Colts are still number 1 in their conference, but the Jacksonville Jaguars are right there behind them at 4-2. The Chargers, who are very depleted, are still 4-2, but now the Denver Broncos are right there on their tails at the same record. But you also had the Kansas City Chiefs, who are now 3-3. So that conference, that division will be super tight. Philly's still up at 4-2, but they're starting to look a little bad. They just had Darius Smith retired mid-season. The Commanders are, they're okay this year. The Dallas Cowboys just lost to the Panthers yesterday, so go figure. Detroit and Green Bay, 3-1 and 4-2 respectively. We got Tampa Bay at 5-1 and Carolina at 3-3. San Fran is at 4-2, and the Seattle Seahawks and the Rams, all 3 of them at 4-2. So that's always a tough conference for real. We are a quarter of the way through the season of the NFL season. So, man, if you had to say like in some words, because like I said, we came into the season with some contenders and some pretenders. Has anyone surprised you outside of Baltimore? We know they obviously have been down the drain, but has anyone else surprised you? Like, I expected them to be good and they're not good, or I expected them to be bad and they're better than what I expected them to be?
I mean, shoot, the fact that Carolina is 500.
Nah, facts.
That surprised me. I know some people said they had a chance to win the division. I still don't think that's the case. But they've definitely put together a few good wins, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Didn't expect them to beat the Cowboys yesterday, not gonna lie. Yeah, I mean, outside of that, that's really it. Everything else is going how I pretty much thought.
Yeah.
And Houston, I guess, but I mean, they're 2-3, not looking, terrible at the moment.
Yeah, not terrible.
They can still get back in it.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. Let's talk real quick on before we get into turnarounds. Let me make this quick. I gotta put on my hate hat for the Panthers real quick. Just for my cousins real quick, because they had this belief that the Panthers are gonna win their division. I'm gonna put on my hate cap real quick. First of all, I keep telling y'all not the best team in your division. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are the best team in your division, and I believe that they're gonna win the division. And y'all got to play them twice still. You also have to play a plethora of other teams in the NFC who I think are going to dog walk y'all. Let's start with the Green Bay Packers, who y'all play in 2 weeks. 3 weeks, excuse me, because y'all play the Buffalo Bills next week. I think that's going to be a dog walk.
Hey, do the Jets have a chance versus the Panthers?
Nah. The Jets are abysmal, bro. If they lose to the Jets, that furthers my case that Carolina's no bueno. The 49ers, I still think can beat y'all. I think y'all gonna split with the Falcons. I believe that the Rams are gonna give y'all trouble. I believe that the Buccaneers are gonna beat y'all twice, and I think that the Seattle Seahawks will also beat y'all. That's like 7 more L's I just named to y'all right now. They get y'all a 7-10 record and a losing division record. I don't think y'all have enough to win the division. They've been cool, but winning the division? Nah, not in my eyes. Yeah. So, Cuzzo, you ready to pay my money? That's all. That's what I came here to say. You ready to pay my money?
Hey, Bitcoin.
Hey,
send that bread.
Send that bread. You did. I had to put in a quick little hate cap real quick. Let me ask you: are there any teams do you think can turn around from their current where they are right now in their situation? We got, like I said, there's a lot of bad teams right now. The Jets, like I said, 0-6. Miami 1-5. Baltimore 1-5. Houston 2-3, KC 3-3, Dallas 2-3, Washington 3-2. Let's see, anybody else? Minnesota 3-2, and that's it. Any of those teams you think can probably make a turnaround to propel their season to do something better?
I think Dallas might be cooked just because that division is going to be tough. I think the Giants are cooked, like I said, because that division is going to be tough. They have been competing, though. I will say about the Giants. They have been competing. Cam Scatterboo and Jackson Dart been looking pretty solid.
Facts.
Vegas, Gino just turned the ball over too much, bro. Like, you would think he would be better as a veteran, but like, I think it was a stat that they said during the game yesterday that Buddy's leading the league in interceptions. Like, oh my gosh, like, bro, take care of the ball, please.
Not for real. So work on your craft.
Tennessee, they just fired their coach. They trash. Houston, maybe Houston. I'm not giving up on CJ Stroud just yet. I know that offensive line is bad, but they got a defensive minded coach. If that defense can get some stops and keep them in games, similar to like how the Broncos played yesterday, like if they could do that, shoot, CJ Stroud can make some plays and make something happen. But that defense has to be, top tier. New Orleans, they bad.
They bad.
Arizona, Kyler foot injury, not doing nothing. Ravens, I don't know, bro. I was looking at y'all's schedule, bro. Y'all already got 5 losses. Yeah, like turn it around. Like maybe y'all could sneak in the playoffs and get a wild card. But I saw something the other day and said y'all still favored to win the division. Yeah, I was like, bro, that's crazy, bro. That is crazy, bro.
Lamar coming back, bro. And with Lamar, when Lamar was there the first couple weeks, the offense was top in the league. Defense was still bad, but the offense was dropping 40 a game with Lamar at quarterback. So when he went down, I was like, dang, that sucks. We're currently 12th in the AFC right now.
And I mean, looking at it, y'all got a pretty favorable schedule.
That's what I'm saying.
The Bears is going to be tough. Y'all should beat the Dolphins. Vikings will be a little bit tough, depending on health situation. Browns divisional game, y'all should beat them, though. Jets, they suck. Y'all should beat them. Bengals, y'all should beat them. Steelers, going to be tough. We're going to see what the health situation is going to be for both teams by that point. Bengals should still beat them. Patriots, going to be tough, but I think y'all beat them. Packers at Lambeau, that's going to be tough. But can Jordan Love win a big game?
Let's see.
And then y'all got a Steelers game. So, I mean, shoot, if y'all can take care of y'all division, y'all be fine. And it's really just the Steelers. If you're being honest.
That's what I'm saying.
So, if the Steelers somehow, can't manufacture points, and can't do anything offensively, or if somebody goes down with an injury, y'all right there. I mean, outside of the teams that's in y'all division, looking at the teams that's in y'all division, I still think y'all better than the Browns and the Bengals, despite the record.
Yeah. I would also agree with that. I think there's a big opportunity for us to do something great, man. The trade deadline's coming up. We make a crazy splash trade, which we've been known to do. At this deadline, we got Roquan Smith at the deadline. We got Marcus Peters at the deadline. We traded for some pass rushers before at the deadline. So we could do something. I don't know
what do you think y'all need?
Pass rush. We can't get no sacks. So pass rush. I think that's our biggest thing. We get some pressure on the quarterback. The safeties and corners ain't gotta be running for their life all the time. So that helps us tremendously if they can get something done. So that would be our biggest help. And then offensive line, if they want to bring in a guard or something like that to keep Lamar upright, because I am tired of Daniel Fahalele, number 77, the right guard. I ain't gonna lie to you. I know you 6'8", but you 6'8" and sorry. I ain't lying. I done seen too much bad versus good from you this season. And that's saying something, for real. Because I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, but I've seen time and time again, you just getting bullied at 6'8", almost 400 pounds. It don't make no sense. So we got to keep Lamar upright for one. Let him make plays because we got playmakers. Let him make plays. So
do you Do you think there's a problem with Lamar throwing the ball away? Do you think that's a big issue?
I feel like a lot of times this season he's been under so much pressure. He's been trying to do, I think, overexert himself. But that's Lamar's game, is to hold on to the ball. That's literally why he's made so many crazy plays, because he holds on to the ball a lot longer than a lot of quarterbacks do, because he's able to escape stuff a lot more. But he's had less time to escape because of the offensive line holding up. So I think he just has to reevaluate some things when he comes back, and I think he will, because Lamar, I mean, as you saw, he just hasn't been injured since like 2021. You know what I'm saying? So like, and at that time it was a lot of the same issues. O-line was just not good as they needed to be, and we just got to get better. They just have to be better as an offensive line. But that's why I'm saying that this bye week comes at a perfect time. Everybody just take a week, get on ice. Everybody sit on ice for a week, and let's lock in after this week and play ball for the other half and let the chips fall where they may. You know what I'm saying? At least give it your all after that. Don't throw in the towel. Don't give in. So
I will say your boy Derrick Henry had a better game yesterday.
he did, but he also had 22 carries. So
how do y'all get him going once Lamar's back though? Because he was struggling before. Yeah. Outside of that first game.
Outside that first game. But I think that also becomes, with Lamar coming back, it opens up some more space for him, because now you have to account for Lamar again, right? But also, once again, the offensive line got to block better. A lot of his success last year came because the blocking was phenomenal on a lot of his runs. It hasn't been the case this year. The holes have not been there. They're stacking the box, and it's just not the same. And also, our fullback, Patrick Card, has not been there blocking for him the same. And that's also played a big part. But I believe he should be back after the bye week as well. So if the offense is at full strength with everybody, we should be a locomotive coming out of this bye week. The defense, they got to do some soul searching. And we need to trade for a pass rusher.
It was a play yesterday during that game where y'all went for it on 4th and goal. I think y'all had it at like the 1, bruh. Oh. Y'all tried to hand it out to Derrick Henry. You just tried to like get outside. I was like, dang. But he got stopped. I said, oh, yeah.
Well. But if you look at some of the blocking scheme, it was terrible. It was terrible, some of the blocking scheme. I watched it. I was like, come on, y'all. Some of the blocking just was not there. It was just very bad blocking. Like I said, I didn't even watch the Ravens game yesterday. I didn't even want to watch it. I saw we up at one point, was up 3-3, and then they lost, and that's all I saw. So I just, when Lamar comes back, I'll watch football again with the Ravens. But I was not an advocate of us signing Cooper Rush, and so when he became the starting quarterback, and I watched him play in that Chiefs game, I said, we're gonna lose. And lo and behold, every time he's played as a starting quarterback, man, we've been terrible. I really don't know why we signed that guy. He just doesn't fit our offense. He's a pocket passer, and that's not the kind of team we got. So, like, that signing did not make sense to me, and it still doesn't make sense to me. So I hope we cut him after this season. He needs to go and lose his job, and let me get the paycheck or something. I don't know, because I could probably do more than that, because that's terrible what he's doing. He's averaging a pick a game. You only started 2 games. You don't pick a game, bro. Stop it. Get some help.
Looking at the big picture right now, right?
Yeah.
Who is your current MVP favorite right now?
Bro, I was just talking about this with y'all in the chat earlier. I don't know if I have one. I don't know if anyone's like standing out to me in this season. Like, everybody's just doing their job this year. I'm not seeing nobody like going above and beyond. Like last year, like it was a race. Lamar, Josh, even Saquon, ball out of control. Even Derrick Henry was in an MVP run at one point. Like, none of those guys are making those same kind of impacts to me. Obviously, Lamar's been hurt. Saquon hasn't run the ball the same. Derrick ain't been running the ball the same. I haven't really taken a look at Josh's numbers, but I don't think that they've been close to what they typically are for him. They've been winning. Don't get me wrong. The Bills are winning, but the Bills aren't the number 1 seed in the AFC right now. The Indianapolis Colts are, which says a lot about the AFC. You know what I'm saying? So, like, let me take a look at Josh's number really quick. He has 9 touchdowns, 2 picks, and let me see. Got any rushing touchdowns on the year? He got 3 rushing touchdowns. So he had a total of 12 touchdowns and 2 picks in 6 games. So I mean, it's cool, but he's not even top 10 in touchdowns or yards. So I haven't seen anybody stand out to me for MVP this year. What are your thoughts? I mean, what have you seen?
Maybe Baker, especially what he did the past 2 weeks alone, bringing them boys back versus Seattle,
Yeah.
doing what he did yesterday with everybody going down with injuries.
You know
He's
what,
been
Hundo?
he's been pretty
He could
good.
be he could actually be an MVP candidate. I'm not gonna lie to you. He really could. He got 12 touchdowns, top of third in the league, and fourth in passing yards this year. So I mean, I can see Baker being an MVP candidate. I really
He
could.
don't won a couple games like game winners.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
that that drive he had versus Houston, and then that Seattle game. So
That's true. That's true. That's true.
yeah,
I'm not mad at it.
shout out to Baker, man.
Yeah, man. Baker done turned his career around. I really thought Baker was garbage when he was in Cleveland.
A lot of people did.
Yeah, yeah. He left Cleveland and turned into a quarterback. So I'm telling you, Cleveland's always the problem. That's why I was like, Shador, you want to go to Cleveland, bro? That's where you want to go over Baltimore? Nah, and he's still not starting there. Let's point that out again.
Yeah.
Dylan Gabriel is still leading them to be more garbage. So he just dressing out.
Do you think that coach should get fired?
Oh yeah, yeah. Kevin Stefanski got to go. But also Cleveland's just I say this all the time. Get my mic. The Cleveland. Let me make sure I say this properly. I don't want to say this misquoting or misjudgmentally. The Cleveland Browns, they're a piss poor organization, bro. And that's really what it boils down to. The only reason that Myles Garrett is still there is that y'all threw a bag at him. Nobody really wants to be in Cleveland. Nobody's happy about playing football in Cleveland. I mean, I just haven't seen it. Myles Garrett isn't even happy. He's still paid. He be at the mic telling us, bruh, like, I'm just here for my check and I'm going home. That's it. Because nobody wants to be there. It's a dumpster fire every year. So, yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter if they fire Kevin Stefanski or not, because Cleveland's still going to be Cleveland at the end of the day. I mean, you're walking into a dumpster fire. And this AFC North division is just nothing to be played with. So, I mean, like, they don't have the pieces to compete right now. So, the defense is tough. Defense always has been tough. Miles, balls out of control when he hoops. But the Cleveland as a team and as an org, bro, nobody's worried about them.
Speaking of Cleveland, question for you. How do you feel as a Ravens fan with them trading within the division, giving Cincinnati a quarterback? Granted, it's Joe Flacco and he's old.
Yeah.
But how do you feel about that? Trading within the division?
For me, I mean, if the trade works for them, it works for them. I mean, to me, it's not like they traded Joe Burrow. You know what I'm saying? Or it's not like, the Browns traded Myles Garrett to Cincinnati. Like, that kind of trade in the division. If it's making the division better, whoa, you're crazy. But to me, the needle was like this in Cincinnati. And when they got Joe Flacco, it went like this. Yeah, so like, it really doesn't help them too much. They still lost the game yesterday. So I mean, cool, I guess. I wasn't super impressed when they made the trade, honestly. Joe Flacco, like you said, he's 40-something years old. So I mean, whoop-de-doo. I mean, if they would trade one of the young bulls, Dylan Gabriel or Shador, okay, cool. That's interesting. But they traded a 40-year-old Joe Flacco. I'm not really too impressed about it. Not at all. So
how long do you think Aaron Glenn will last in New York?
With Brian Callahan being fired in Tennessee, he ain't lasting the rest. He might last the rest of the season and get fired. They keep losing. They go, let's just say they 0-6 now. Let's say they go 0-8, 0-10. He might be out of a job. If he don't win a game in the next 3 games, he out of a job. They're not letting that stand, bro.
Do you think they should start Tyrod?
No.
Or do you think they should stick with Fields?
This is the deal.
Fields just had 45 yards yesterday, bro. He had 45 yards against the Broncos. Now, granted, he got sacked 9 times.
Oh my gosh. 9
have been
times?
blaming the offensive line. Yeah, bro. That
Oh
defense
my
was getting out. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, 9 times is diabolical. That's about as bad as the Ravens. That's crazy. Yeah, that's gonna be a terrible game when we play them. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Um, mm, 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 mm. They might need to keep losing, but it's no quarterbacks in college to go get. I don't know. They in a tough predicament, man. I don't know. They're gonna have to make a trade to get some capital. If y'all want to trade Quentin Williams to the Ravens, I'm not mad at it. Yeah, I'm just gonna make that pitch right now. Go ahead and give us Quentin Williams, and we'll, give y'all a third round pick, make everything go over smoothly. Um, yeah, man. Let's get back to some winning football in Baltimore. But nah, I don't know, man. It sucks because I know, unfortunately for Glenn, the black man about to lose his job. It's sad. It's sad. It's sad. But he ain't winning, brother. So it's not, that's the quantifier for coaches keeping their jobs is people winning. And when you're not doing that, the job is cut quickly. So
now I know like nobody expected the Jets to be like this bad.
Yeah.
And with him being a first year coach, like, do you extend him any grace? I mean, it seems like they took a chance on Justin Fields. Justin Fields wasn't this proven, starting caliber quarterback. Seemed like they took a chance on him, and it's not looking too good right now. But
yeah, but I think Glenn had a part in that when bringing Justin in. I think that was the guy that he wanted to come in. So now that you got your guy and you're not winning at all, you have less. I figure less leash. You know what I'm saying? Like the argument could be beforehand. Hey, I didn't have a guy I wanted. I didn't really have say so on certain things. But I'm pretty sure he had a choice in letting Justin come to New York. So with that being the case, your lease is short. So yeah, unfortunately, but I don't know, man. I don't know how much longer that brother gonna have a job, unfortunately. So it's unfortunate, but it happens. And we'll try again. You know what I'm saying? There's some people just not meant to be HCs. I think Miami need to fire their coach. Miami might need to go. He done had enough time out in Miami. The experiment has failed tremendously, unfortunately for him. Tennessee just fired their coach. I think the Ravens, they'll turn things around. I think John's gonna be out there in the season. So I mean, it's just certain teams and certain things is just not gonna fly. And teams want to win, bro. Nobody wants to be sorry unless you're Cleveland. So like teams want to win. Teams want to win football games for real. So it's they have when they have winning mindsets and winning standards, they're gonna make changes and make changes quickly. We got James Franklin. Somebody might say, you know what, he might be good in the NFL. Let's try to give him a shot. Like, now is it smart? Hey, that's not for me to decide. But somebody may say that. You know what I'm saying? Especially with their team's now doing terrible this year. Or somebody may say, he's not doing good in the NFL. We can bring him back to college and give him a shot there. So we've seen crazy things happen. I think there's gonna be a lot of firings coming up very soon. So yeah. Whew. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is another episode of the Winning Shot Podcast. And we appreciate y'all always tapping in with us. We appreciate y'all staying locked in. All the questions, comments, concerns, everything, man. We love it. Hope that y'all are continuing to watch sports at an increasing rate. If you haven't been watching sports, like I said, the WNBA season is over, but now Unrivaled is getting ready to get started. So we'll be talking about Unrivaled. We'll be discussing, of course, NFL, college football, college women's basketball, and Colin and Hunter will be discussing college men's basketball because I don't watch that trash anymore. So let's keep up the good work, guys. Let's keep up the podcast. We appreciate once again all the likes, comments, and support. We ask that you please share, comment, and subscribe to our podcast wherever you get your podcast needs, whether it be YouTube, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts. So if y'all got any questions y'all want us to go over, any comments y'all want us to, y'all want to join in on the episode one day, let us know. We'll chop it up and get back to you. Have our people talk to your people. So God bless. We look forward to seeing you at the next appointed time. And yeah, we love y'all. Peace.
Peace.